during the time of the renovation, they refused to move out.
Really?
Even though there was no kitchen, there was no swimming pool, there was nothing. They said, you can build whatever you want, but we're going to stay here. And they did.
Well, I guess the good thing is because you have apartments here, it's not just rooms, is it? You have apartments, so people, you know, to a certain extent, they could be self-sufficient, couldn't they?
Right. We have a total of 191 units, like I call them, out of which 90 are hotel rooms and the other 100 are apartments. In the apartments you have a separate living room, you have a bedroom, you have a kitchen, and you have also a bathroom. We even have apartments which go up to 130 square meters with 2 bedrooms in it. Okay. And in the times that corporate accounts were sent overseas, they were allowed to bring their families and their children along, yet they didn't want to stay somewhere in a condo or in a house. So that's how we came to the idea of having these apartments, and they are very well accepted by these people because you need a little bit more space if you stay for long term. The 1-bedroom apartments, they are 50 square meter in size, so it's quite okay to live there. And you can do your own cooking. They are all equipped with hot water boilers, with microwaves, and we can set up a full kitchen on request.
Okay. And one of the, as well as being friendly to, if you like, the elderly customers or people with disabilities, one of the other things that you've done, which is, you know, it's way up on the top of the agenda now, is you're using solar panels. Is that correct?
That's correct. We have installed 24 solar panels. It's on one of the rooms. You won't see them. They're not in the view. But actually, in a country like Thailand, it would be a waste not to think in this manner, because we all have to look at our energy and we have to look at our environment. So with these 24 panels, actually on a sunny day like this, the water comes down with 92 degrees Celsius. And we even have to cool it down before we can send it to the rooms.
Really?
Apart from the solar energy, we have also installed heat converters, which means our cold rooms and our freezers, all the hot air which is normally blown into the environment, they go into converters and they heat up the water as well. So we have huge storage tanks, and the water in there is always at about 45 degrees. And that water is also used for our guests to take showers. So our energy bill went down dramatically, and I think the gas company is not very happy with me on that.
Well, I'm sure your guests are very happy, and it's a good thing that you're doing that, because obviously there's an initial cost to implementing that, but the savings, not just financially, but long term, are fantastic. Now, we talked about the facilities in the rooms, but you've also you have a restaurant here, 2 restaurants, sort of 2 cafes, yeah?
We have 2 restaurants. First of all, we have here where we're sitting now, that is called our Lana Coffee Shop. It has an air-conditioned section, a non-air-conditioned section, and here outside on the terrace. One of the small things that I like when I go on holiday, I would like to have my breakfast quite late. So that is also what I do for our guests. We keep our breakfast till 11 o'clock, so people can really enjoy a nice morning and then have breakfast over here. The second part, of course, is our Moon River Pub, which is in front of the hotel on the North Pattaya Road. It's still doing very well. We have a great band over there from the Philippines. They have been with us also for about 3 years already. They don't want to go home anymore. I don't know why, but they really like Pattaya.
I don't think anybody wants them to change. Anytime I go there with my family, it's always they're really happy that the band are still there. I mean, they're kind of a landmark of Pattaya all by themselves.
Yeah, they are part of the inventory right now. And I don't know, in the beginning when I came here, I used to change bands every 3-6 months. However, when we started with the Power Jam band and we found out, first of all, the guests are happy with them, the band is happy with them, and I'm happy with the revenue, so I didn't want to change a winning team anymore. That's why I'm keeping them for as long as the people from Pattaya want them.
Well, it's all great stuff, and the renovation is obviously, I mean, it's such a brave move, closing down for 4 months, but I'm sure that's what you had to do, because you literally bulldozed this whole area that we're sitting in. So it's great stuff. Now, as we've been talking, your website has been on the screen, but could we just tell our viewers kind of a rough ballpark figure of what the accommodation sort of starts from here?
Okay. The philosophy of our board of directors and myself is that we are here for the long term. So you might expect that after a multi-million-dollar renovation, you would double the rates, which would make sense in principle. But I didn't want to do that because I don't want to lose my present clientele who has been here with us over so many years, and I didn't want to scare them off. So we only increased the rates very marginally. You can stay with us now in a standard room for 2,500 baht a night with a tremendous breakfast buffet included. And those prices are net, even though also my prices in the restaurants, all my prices are net. What you see is what you pay. There are no hidden charges. To give a little bit more added value to that, we have also installed in the whole hotel wireless Wi-Fi. So whenever you bring your own laptop, wherever you are, if it's in the room or at the pool, you can go online, and we give this away free of charge.
Really?
There's no charges for it, because nowadays there's so many people traveling and they have to see their emails and they have to read what's happening at home. So it is a large investment in the beginning, but once you have done it, it is hardly any big expense anymore. So that is another value-added thing, which in other hotels they charge a lot of money for these things.
That's always the thing, you know, you can stay at these wonderful five-star hotels, and then the moment you want a certain thing, you know, the price goes on.
Right.
Plus the tax, plus the service. So it's, I think it's a good philosophy. Personally, how long have you been in business? This has been your life, the hospitality.
I've been in the hospitality for all my life, and actually, apart from working with Holland America Cruises and several hotels in Holland, I came to Pattaya in 1980. Okay. So that is now, what, 28 years ago. But I honestly must also say I didn't stay the whole 28 years. I went back to America for 4 years, and I lived in Malaysia for 5 years. But since my wife is from Thailand, we wanted to live in a country where one of us is at home. And the choice between Holland and Thailand was not too difficult.
Well, you seem very at home here.
Yes, this is home.
Okay. Well, it's great. Thanks very much for inviting us here. We're just now on the cusp of what will hopefully be a fantastic high season. Whether that's going to happen or not, we don't know, due to everything that's happening in Bangkok and the global credit crunch. But the investments that you've made, and I'm sure with the loyalty that you've built up with your customers, they will come back. And it seems to me that you're giving them something more. You're charging them a little bit more, but now the pool's much better, the whole ambience is better, and as you say, you've got things like the Wi-Fi thrown in. So it's great stuff. So there you go. So if you're looking for somewhere to stay, and it might be for a night, it might be for a month, or as they say, some of his clients have been here 6 years, get yourself along to the Thai Garden Resort. As I say, the website's on the screen, or if you just fancy a beer, get to the Moon River Pub. Okay, thanks very much.
Thanks for having me.
Okay, this is Paul. See you again. Bye-bye.